David.
How you doing?
It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
Everything's good?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Now, what's this? You went to Princeton and you played basketball?
I played 1 year of basketball at Princeton.
Guard?
Yeah. I would have wanted to have played more. I thought I was better than they thought I was. Although the coach is now in the Hall of Fame, Pete Carrill, so maybe he was right.
All right, he knew something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I was pretty good.
Yeah.
I could have helped him.
Didn't you pursue your PhD?
I did. I was at Yale. I did like four years towards a PhD in English literature.
Is that right? Now, what were you going to do with that?
Play basketball. I was going to be, the only professional basketball player with a PhD.
Now, that would have made your parents proud.
Be like Phil Jackson out there, the Zen master.
The Zen of three-pointers.
Yeah.
I like that. What'd you read acting?
It's funny. It was a little like sports because I never acted before I was like 25. So I finished competitive sports when I was about 20. And I was still, I missed that kind of intensity, and I missed having a team, and I missed having a game, and I missed, the kind of life and death, the fake life and death feelings that you can get in sports. Like it seems to be so important, and then it's not when the game's over. So I missed that intensity. And then acting was like that because I was playing, you're playing a game with other actors. You're there and you're all holding each other up, and I like that.
That's an interesting parallel.
Yeah.
Now,
that's why Shaq does it. That's why Shaq acts.
That's exactly right. He's holding up Hollywood. Now, what was your debut? Television, was it? Was it film or TV?
It was film. New Year's Day.
New Year's Day
with Henry Jaglom.
Right. Now I remember you when you came to my mind. Twin Peaks.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Is that where most people would remember you from? That transvestite? Was it Denise or Dennis or?
Yeah, it was Dennis.
Dennis.
That was probably the most exposure because it was a television show. But I had done maybe 3 or 4 movies before that, like The Rapture and Ruby, and I'd done the Red Shoe Diaries and things like that. So. I was working pretty steadily, but it's just, you never know what's going to hit.
Right.
And the X-Files happened to hit.
Bingo.
It's mutated. Into what?
I can't tell you what killed this man. I'm not sure anybody else could claim to either.
These men have been secretly negotiating a planned Armageddon.
And you have conclusive evidence of this?
Yes.
I'm already way past the point of common sense here.
You can't quit now, Scully. I need you on this. It's a global conspiracy with key players at the highest levels of power. It reaches into the lives of every man, woman, and child on this planet.
You've seen more than you should know.
Then you must take away what he holds most valuable.
It is the show, except as a movie. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it to you. It's a big action summer thriller movie, and yet I think it has all the intelligence and all the interaction that the TV shows have for the last 5 years. So I think it has both, and I think it satisfies both, like the long-term diehard fans, and if somebody just wandered in off the street and had never heard of the X-Files, I think he or she would like it as well.
Take your greatest fear. These people don't make mistakes.
Your most paranoid suspicion.
We have no context for what killed those men.
And your darkest nightmare. And multiply it by X.
Mulder! There's no time!
So much for little green man.
What was the biggest challenge in making this film?
It was in not succumbing to the temptation to make it different from the show. It was like realizing, yeah, we make a great show and it works. This in terms of the actors. Let's not get scared here. It's like, okay, let's go sports again. It's like the playoffs. Let's not all of a sudden try and come up with a new offense because it's the playoffs. So the actors were fine. It was more like the technical aspects that had to get bigger. They had more specific challenges that they had to meet.
Right.
But for the actors, we had to keep it the same.
You still having a good time with the character?
Yeah, from time to time. I wish I didn't have to do it quite so often. But if it was, it was like 20 months in a row of Mulder there up until May.
Wow.
That was a little too much of Mulder. I mean, I get sick of the man.
And you shoot it in Canada, right?
Yeah, we have the first 5 years, and now we're coming down to L.A. for this year. So,
Okay.
So we'll be here.
Well, that's good news.
It's good news for me because I'm married and I live here, and I'll be working out of home, which
Yeah.
is nice.
And how's the wife?
She's great. She's great.
Is it tough being married to someone you're both in the business, so competitive? Is it competitive?
I know she's not competitive with me, and I think it's partly because she. Let me go out on a limb and say that. It's possible that I might be competitive with her at some point, but I haven't felt it yet. I just think she's so great, and also I feel like I could never compete with her. I just think she's that good, so compete with her because I'm going to lose.
You're a smart man.
All right.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you too.